duster on her. She is still in the opposition, still in Parliament, and still in Temasek Polytechnic. I joined the opposition and no one sacked me from my job. I joined the opposition and no one follows me in an unmarked car. What did it do to me? It has liberated me. It has allowed me to experience what is on the opposite side of the PAP. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Which means that the divide between voting for the PAP and how you want to vote is a dark room with nothing in it except a coil of old rope. I can tell you from this place, and I ask you to go home to your families and your communities and tell them too, your vote is secret. No one will check how you voted. And we know that in this election, Marua, the human rights charity in Singapore, will be checking the elections to ensure that there are no shenanigans, no one looking at your vote paper on Sunday morning, no one reporting to Mr. Shanmugam and Mr. Wong Kan Seng. My friends, Mr. Wong Kan Seng cannot keep one man in a high security prison. He cannot monitor 2 million votes. And, my friends, the world is also watching these elections. In 2006 and in previous elections before that, it took days for information to leave the country. Today, the internet has reduced that to seconds, and the PAP knows that. But the PAP also knows that it doesn't have to check your vote. All it needs to do is plant an idea in your head. Switch on the light and you see it was just an idea. I want to say to you from this place, it is not by speaking up that your home, your job, and your children's school are in trouble. We all saw what happened in the Philippines in 1986, in Indonesia in 1997. Until people were willing to speak up, their leaders were able to bully them, steal from them, and reduce the value of their national assets. We know what happened in China in 1949. The imperial household brought untold misery to the people until those people spoke up. We all saw what happened in the US in the 1960s. The African American people could not even use the toilets in the petrol stations. Today, African American people can even use the toilets in the White House. In fact, I know that there is a whole family of African American people who use the toilets in the White House. In Singapore, before independence, if you were not Ang Mo, you could not enter the cricket club. You could not be a member of the Governor's Council. You could not be the boss of your own company. Today we are banned from a different place, a place in our minds, because that is where decisions are made, and that is where we decide to join in that decision making or not to join in that decision making. And what has that done to us? We have allowed the PAP to make all the decisions. Yes, the value of your home went up, but your children cannot afford one of their own. Yes, we have state reserves, but no one will tell us how much they are, and they refuse. They tell us to mind our own business. They told President Ong to mind his own business. And Dr. Balakrishnan from this constituency told us all to mind our own business when he squandered $200 million of our money. The Minister Mentor told us we are economic digits. You are not an economic digit, you are a human being. But if you continue to believe the fears in your hearts, then you will only be an economic digit. And the only thing that stands between you and better government, between you and affordable prices, between you and the arrogance of the PAP, between you and an overcrowded city. The only thing that stands between your salary of $4 an hour and their salary of $1,000 an hour is yourself. On Saturday, when you go to the polls, I want to give you a piece of advice that was given to people just like ourselves in the 1960s by Lim Chin Siong, the man who would have been our Prime Minister had he not also been thrown into jail. He said, "Saya masuk first gear, lu jangan ghostan." Meaning, when your leaders step up to take you forward, don't throw yourselves into reverse. I don't want our country to go into reserve. Because to ghostan means more people who cannot afford to live. It means another 5 years of silence in Parliament. It means a widening gap between the rich and the poor. It means the deafness of the government and the dumbness of we the people. That is not what I want for our country. Let us move forward confidently into the future with no one left behind. And my friends, just to close, an appeal to you. We still need your help and support in these next 4 days. Visit our booths over there at the back. Go and look at our website and read our policy proposals and come forward to volunteer. We need polling agents to ensure there are no shenanigans at the polling centers, and you need to do that for us. Thank you very much and good night.